Have you ever given your heart to someone, only to realize you didn't just hand them your love? You handed them the knife they used to cut you open? Have you ever poured your time, your loyalty, your softness, your patience into a woman, only to watch her treat it like it meant absolutely nothing? Like your effort was invisible? Like your soul was disposable? Like the best parts of you were just free options she could walk away from? If you've ever felt that sting, that quiet, crushing pain that hits a man deep in his chest, then you already know this brutal truth. Some people don't break you. You break yourself by giving the wrong person too much power. You hand over your time, your peace, your attention, your loyalty, your emotional energy, and before you know it, you're standing there wondering, how did I become the weakest version of myself in the name of love? But here's the part most men never hear. It's not your fault for loving deeply. It's your fault for loving blindly. And today, that blindness ends. Because in this video, we're diving into 9 things men must never do with women. 9 behaviors that slowly destroy your confidence, your masculinity, and your emotional strength. These principles come straight from Stoic wisdom, the same philosophy that shaped warriors, emperors, kings, and men who refuse to be controlled by emotions or manipulated by others. If you've been feeling used, underestimated, unappreciated, or emotionally drained, sit down, take a breath, open your mind, and prepare to change your life. Your power returns today. But before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because what you're about to learn is something no one ever teaches men. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. 1. Never reshape your life to fit someone else. Have you ever caught yourself bending just to keep someone, changing the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you laugh, the way you live? All because you feared losing her? It starts small. You stop doing the things you love. You silence your opinions. You ignore your values. You adjust your schedule around hers. You shrink your world so she becomes the center of it. At first it feels like love, but over time it becomes something darker, a slow erosion of your identity. It's like taking a perfectly crafted puzzle piece, your personality, your character, your uniqueness, and shaving off the edges just to force yourself into a space you were never designed for. And here's the tragedy. In trying to fit her world, you lose your own. Seneca warned us when he said, "Everywhere means nowhere." A man who tries to be everything for someone eventually becomes nothing. Empty, confused, directionless. Stoicism teaches a cold but liberating truth. A man who abandons his core for a woman will eventually lose both, the woman and himself. Because here's the reality most men learn too late. A woman cannot respect a man who does not respect himself. A woman cannot trust a man who cannot stand firm. A woman cannot feel safe with a man who has no center. When you reshape your life for someone else, you silently tell them, "My needs don't matter. My dreams are secondary. My identity has a price and you can buy it." And once you give away that message, you lose the one thing every masculine man must protect: your self-respect. So stop bending, stop twisting, stop shrinking your essence just to keep someone interested. You came into this world as one of one, not a discounted duplicate of another man, not a puppet, not a reflection of someone else's desires. Stand tall in your convictions, walk with purpose, make decisions based on your values, not your fears. Build a life that mirrors who you are, not who you think she wants you to be. Because when you live authentically, something powerful happens. The wrong woman falls away, and the right woman adjusts to you, not because you force her, but because you give her something rare. A man with a spine, a man with direction, a man with a life so aligned, so grounded, so unshakable, that she has no choice but to meet you at your level. Never reshape your life to fit someone else. Let your presence, your purpose, your identity be the mold. The world can adjust around it. 2. Never become obsessed with anyone. Obsession is a slow poison and most men drink it willingly. You start thinking about her day and night, refreshing her messages, giving her emotional energy she didn't even ask for, until your world starts shrinking, revolving around her like a satellite trapped in orbit. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Nowhere can a man find a quieter retreat than in his own soul." But obsession destroys that retreat. You stop hearing your own voice. You lose your direction. You forget your mission. A man obsessed is a man weakened. A man obsessed is easy to manipulate. A man obsessed becomes invisible. Break away from emotional slavery. You are the main character, not a background character in someone else's life. Detach, refocus, return home to your mind. That's where your power lives. 3. Never sacrifice your mental health for a relationship. Many men do this without realizing it. You tolerate disrespect to avoid conflict. You hold in your emotions to prevent an argument. You prioritize her happiness while ignoring your exhaustion. But sacrificing your mental health for a relationship is like handing someone your oxygen mask while you're both still underwater. In the end, you drown not because she pushed you, but because you chose not to breathe. Stoicism teaches, protect your mind like a fortress. If a relationship costs you your peace, it's too expensive. Your mental health is not negotiable. Your sanity is not a gift. Your happiness is not currency. A strong man doesn't avoid protecting himself. He refuses to apologize for it. For never push away your friends and family for a woman. Some men disappear the moment they fall in love, and then they're shocked when heartbreak hits and no one is left to catch them. Your friends, your family, they're the roots that keep your tree standing when storms hit. Plato said, they can either nourish you or stunt you. But here's the truth. A woman who tries to isolate you is not building a relationship. She's building control. Rebuild your connections. Call your brother. Visit your parents. Spend time with the boys who had your back before she even knew your name. No relationship should cost you your tribe. 5. Never give all your time to someone. Time is your most valuable currency. Every hour you waste is a piece of your life you never get back. When you give someone your time endlessly, waiting, texting, calling, planning, chasing, you're making the most dangerous mistake a man can make. You're investing heavily into someone who might not even care. Seneca reminds us, it is not that life is short, but that we waste much of it. Guard your time like a king guards his crown. Spend it wisely. Spend it with intention. Spend it on things that grow you, not drain you. A woman should add to your life, not consume it. 6. Never reveal all your wounds too early. You know what most men do wrong? They overshare. They spill their trauma, their failures, their fears, thinking it will build intimacy. But the harsh truth? Not everyone wants to heal you. Some just want to know where to hit you. Stoicism teaches emotional discipline. Your past is your temple, not a public museum. Share parts of yourself slowly. Reveal carefully. Protect the chapters that nearly broke you. Only those who prove loyalty deserve the privilege of your truth. 7. Never agree just to please her. Saying yes when you mean no is emotional self-betrayal. Each time you agree just to keep the peace, you lose a little piece of yourself. Marcus Aurelius said, your happiness depends on the quality of your thoughts. But if you live for approval, your thoughts no longer belong to you. Stop letting fear guide your decisions. Say no when something violates your boundaries. Say no when you're uncomfortable. Say no when you need to protect your energy. A man who can't say no will never be truly respected. Authenticity is more attractive than blind obedience. Never let the fear of being alone control you. Many men stay in toxic relationships because they fear solitude more than suffering. But solitude isn't punishment. It's power. Aristotle said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. How can you know yourself if you're always clinging to someone else? Be comfortable in your own presence. Take yourself out. Build a routine. Strengthen your mind. Create a life you don't need to escape from. When a woman becomes an addition, not a rescue, that's when you attract someone truly right for you. 9. Never forget to celebrate your small wins. Men ignore their progress more than anyone realizes. You survive a heartbreak, but you brush it off like it was nothing. You rebuild your discipline, but you tell yourself it's just a start. You hit the gym even on the days your heart felt heavy, and you act like it doesn't matter. You set boundaries, real boundaries, lying with people who used to drain you, but you dismiss it as just doing what I had to. You walked away from someone who once controlled your emotions, and you forget that most men never find that courage in their lifetime. These aren't small things. These are quiet victories, and quiet victories are what turn weak men into unshakable men. Epictetus said, never depend on the admiration of others. Meaning, if you wait for applause, you'll wait forever. If you wait for someone to validate your progress, you'll stay stuck. So celebrate yourself. Clap for yourself. Value the man who is rising from his own ashes, because the world may never appreciate your struggle. Women may never fully understand the battles you fought in silence. Friends may never know the storms you survived alone, but you do. And if you don't acknowledge your growth, your courage, your discipline, who will? Every small win is a brick in the empire you are building. Every step forward is proof that you refuse to stay broken. Every improvement, no matter how tiny, is shaping you into a man who cannot be shaken by loss, rejection, or anyone's approval. Celebrate your progress, not with arrogance, but with gratitude for the man you're becoming. Because greatness isn't built in leaps, it's built in inches. Inches you must learn to honor. Conclusion: the truth is simple. You are stronger than you think, wiser than you realize, and more capable than the world gives you credit for. Stoicism teaches that freedom comes from within, not from validation, not from attention, not from approval. So when someone tries to shape you, train you, control you, manipulate you, remember this: you choose your path, you choose your standards, you choose the man you become. Drop these 9 habits now, and you'll not only transform your relationships, you'll transform your entire life. If today's video resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep masculine wisdom, and share your thoughts in the comments. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.